Greetings, adventurers. This is Lauren, your guild advisor, back at it with some rolls for the second part of the DanMemo 3rd anniversary Astrea record. And my lord, right when you log into the game after loading in the second part, it's heavy. Like, the login screen is that depressing picture of Ryu after the aftermath of part 1, and no music, just straight rain. And then the intro movie as you load the game is also the same. I still wish there was voice acting. Like, oh my lord, everything would hit so much harder if we had the voice acting. It's been delayed, it'll get implemented later, but what can you do? Very excited. But we're gonna get into the rolls for part 2. Again, I'm doing 8K Iris, both going full in on both banners, because that's what I do for an event centered around Ryu's old familia. I go for everybody. Like, everyone's probably excited for this 9-year-old Eyes. I'm excited for Lyra. I'm excited for Kaguya. So that's what we're gonna do. And I don't trust you, Seer. You're 11 years old. What are you gonna do in this event? I can't wait to get started on reading that. And then that story discussion will be out a lot earlier than the one I did for part 1, I swear. But yeah, let's just get started with these rolls. And as for what I'm hoping for, it's obvious. All I care about is getting as many Astrea Familia members as I can. That is the goal. I don't have like a specific goal in mind when it comes to like, oh, I need this character for my Record Buster team, for my AoE team, for my Wargame team. I just want... Here we go! It's double rate. Will we get characters? My name is the Great... Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, that's not the time. Actually, I don't think I have this one, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. A smidge happy, but it is unfortunate how you can get like the general pool characters when it's double rates, when you want the event characters because they're time limited. Ooh, another one, another non-guarantee. If I don't let myself be taken in. There's my one Osfi. That wasn't non-guarantee. I'm just going through it super fast. So there's my one Osfi. Cool. I want all the characters, of course. I'm curious to see if this Eyes is a separate CP. It probably isn't. We'll see. We'll see really soon. And if you guys haven't noticed, I'm wearing a really nerdy t-shirt. There's the N. I wonder what that's from. ReZero. Yeah. Watching ReZero is just... it's an experience. And they just do so well when it comes to the anime adaptation, and it just makes me wish like DanMachi receives that same type of love and treatment. And I know I always talk about how I wasn't that big of a fan of how Season 2 adapted things, and I was happy that Season 3 got delayed because maybe that means more time can be spent on making Season 3 as good as it can be. I just hope and pray that is the case, because Season 3 needs to be done really well, because it's one of the best arcs in the light novels. And speaking of light novels, I do have a specific light novel here on my hand. Because... oh, hello, Cassandra. You're not what I want. I'm getting a lot of non-guarantee characters that aren't the banner ones, and that's frustrating. Always frustrating. But I have a specific volume in my hand. I won't show which one it is because it's kind of spoilery, because it's related to the characters that I'm rolling for, and that'll be my catalyst. I'm not gonna... you'll know. People that read light novels know what light novel is on my desk right now. If I want the Astrea Familia characters. They'll know. But yeah, go back to ReZero. Like, the special thing about how ReZero is being adapted is that the author, Tape Nagatsuki, I always say his name wrong. There's his last name wrong. Tape Nagatsuki Sensei. He works very closely with the anime staff. Very, very closely. Lyra, yes! Thank you. And it shows. It shows in the material. It shows in the adaptations. Like, with ReZero Season 1, one of the cool things was how they're just... makes us... hey, nice. 2 Lyras, awesome. With... why did I do that? We're going back to the rolling again. They aren't scared to like skip the EV or the OP animations to make more time for episode. And with season 1, I think someone like did the math, like they squeeze in like a full other like 24 minutes of like screen time because they kept like removing the ED or OP so they could have more room for adaptation. That's the kind of treatment that like I think any adaptation, any source material would want to have out of an anime. It's so cool. So yeah, I'm enjoying ReZero. And I really hope to enjoy DanMachi Season 3 when it comes out, and I hope the adaptation's really, really good. So good. Which part is dream and which is not? Which part is real and which is lie? What the heck? Cassandra again! Spooking me! I want one eyes. At least one. I need one of each character, and all the bonds as possible for Astrea Familia characters. That is what I want. I'm so curious to see what Finn wants this eyes to do. I'm like, she's at least level 2. I know that much. If she's level 3, I'm quite surprised, because she's 9 years old right now. And when she's 16, we know she's level 6. And that's like 7 years to get from... We know Bell's progress is insanity, because he got to level 2 in a month. I'll let myself be taken in. Okay, another Osfi. When am I getting my eyes? I think what I have? 3 Lyras, and is this the 7th roll? I started with almost 12k Iris. I made sure I'm gonna have 8k for each of these parts. I will have it. What do you think you're doing? What? This is the 3rd swimsuit Mikoto that has showed up during these Astrea record rolls. I got 2 of them in part 1. What in the world? What? What are the odds of that? What are the odds of getting 3 swimsuit Mikotos over the course of... me doing what? 40 rolls? I guess it makes sense, right? It's nuts. There we go. Now I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. This is crazy. I don't deserve that. Well, I'll say I deserve this. This is a lot of Osfi. Wow, this is a really good roll. Holy smokes. And that was my 7th. Okay. Wow. Part 2 has been generous. I hope I didn't suck up all my luck for part 3, because that's definitely where we're getting a actual Ryu, not like a welfare one that was free from the event. Just like how Argonaut had a welfare-free character in part 1 of the 2nd anniversary, and then he got a actual gotcha banner character in the 2nd part. And I think it's safe to assume that is what's going to happen with Ryu in part 3, especially when she has art of herself using Alv's Lumina, her wooden sword, and her signature wooden sword. And you see them talking about the magic branch from her forest being recovered in this event story. So you can only imagine that they're going to craft that in this event, and she's going to use it, and that'll be one of her units, a unit, for part 3, along with probably Otaro, and hopefully Alan as well, because Shakti had new art for the event in part 1, Ospi had new art for the event in part 1, and Alan had new art in part 1, so we can assume that Alan probably is going to get a unit, which means he should have a larger role in part 2 and part 3 if that is actually the case. And I really want to see him interact with like a younger Anya and Mia, but one of the tweets by Amori Sensei kind of makes me doubt that, because he said Mia wasn't able to be in the scenario, but maybe he was just talking about part 1, but it'll be weird for him just to be saying, oh, she's not going to be in part 1 and not mean like the entire thing. Alright, this is the last thing. I hope... I'm having a sense of Osfi. I got 1 eyes, I think 3 Lyra, and maybe 4 Osfi, I don't remember. Let's see how we get this divvied up. Hopefully, I want Lyra, of course, because Astrea Familia represents. This is our time. This is our time, Astrea Familia. I'm going to embrace all of this event for as long as I possibly... There's that Seer. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Well, Seer's 11 years old, and she does not look 11 to me. And I know there's them theories about her being Freya that can't... Okay, so it's eyes. That's the last one. Okay. And that can't be the case. Or I strongly believe that they're not the same person. they definitely have some type of relationship, but not the same person, because in Volume 8, which is a material that the anime has dived into in Season 2, but did not adapt all of Volume 8, and it seems like they're just going to skip over it when we see what the visual is for Season 3. Now let's check what these rolls. I got tons of bots. Alright, so... okay, for some reason I thought I had more Lyras than that. I'm depressed now. I got 2 Lyras and 4 Osphys. I'm not allowed to complain about this, because I got a ton of 4 stars from this. I'm not allowed to complain. At least I got Lyra. At least I got... oh, and we can check, I really don't think Eyes has a separate CP. It'd be very interesting, though. No, she doesn't. That would have been very interesting. Because Kino has 2 different CPs, but I guess technically this is the same Eyes, just younger, and with Kino's journey, it's technically a different version of Kino. Alright, so now, target's Kaguya. I have a maximum break Elise, and I like to pair Kaguya with her. Maximum aura vibes for Kaguya. Want to see more of her banter between herself and Ryo, because they're rivals and their banter is really funny. I think Kaguya called Ryo a crappy elf in part 1. And Ryo was just like, excuse me? Crappy elf? Excuse me? We need voice acting so bad. I hope they get it out as soon as possible. But these events you'll be spending some time as our servants, you idiot. I wonder what that line's to. I wonder what that line is to. Who are you talking to with that, Kaguya? Who are you talking to? Definitely not Ryu. But man, like this, what we saw the like I recorded all of part 1 on autoplay so I could use it as footage for my story discussion video, and it was almost 3 hours long for part 1. So that's like roughly 3 hours of voice acting for part 1, and then these are supposedly all equal. That's 9 hours of voice content. That's a ton of recording to be done. Perhaps we can't be a hero. We can help. We can start by helping one. I like that line. I like that line. And the awkward thing about this, guys, is for some reason my audio setup for recording this stuff, my monitor is not like cooperating with my software for some reason. So I can't actually hear anything. You guys can, but I can't hear anything. So they obviously have Sears voice actress for live streams. So I don't know if they like recorded Sears' line at least. I have no idea. I can't hear a thing. But yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. What is going on? Like what? Now I'm getting tons of Cassandra. I think I had a vanilla version of her, then I had a swimsuit version of her, then I got a vanilla version of her. What is going on? Like, I'm happy with 4 stars that are non-guaranteed, but what is going on? I'm getting like the same 4-star characters. That's just... those odds are nuts. That doesn't happen. Okay, here we go. Seer. Okay. What was that? 7? That was probably 7. Yeah, maybe. When my iris number gets closer to 4,000, I'll know. I started with almost 12k, so I'll be left with around like 3,800 iris or something when this is over. And it should be enough for me to get back to 8k. He's spending some time working at Kaguya. Nice. Good. I would love to pair Kaguya with my maximum break Elise. Captain and vice captain. And oh gosh, I don't know if you guys have seen the this special combination attack between Bavaria and the younger version of Eyes. It's adorable. Because Bavaria like smacks Eyes on the top of the head like she's disciplining her. It's so funny. Like Eyes is like getting ready for battle, and Bavaria's like, calm down. Calm down, child. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens in part 2. I don't want to discuss like anything major that happened in part 1 for reasons. Because I know some people are holding back on watching part 1 because there's no voice acting in it yet. And not everyone is as crazy as me and it's like, I'm gonna rewatch the entire thing when the voice acting is implemented. That means if they still don't have voice acting implemented by the time like part 3 starts, I will have like I said, everything is, if all the parts are equal, it's all gonna be roughly 3 hours in length each. So the entire event's about 9 hours. So that's okay. And there's that Hestia, and yeah, that Hestia campaign is supposed to be happening, or we get all of them. Wow. Wait. Okay, that's the Record Buster one. I was very confused. That was a special Record Buster of area. No, I don't think I actually have her. That's my first time getting her, I think. I don't think I have her. Did I? I don't know. Kaguya, please. Or I don't think I have. Did I get Shakti? There's the Kaguya I wanted. Yep, I didn't have that Reveria. Cool. That was 7. Okay. I don't remember. Did I even get a Shakti? I have no idea. I'm very interested to see how Shakti reacts. How she goes about. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's a Welf. Yeah, it's a Welf line. Talking about training and smithing. Like I said, I can't hear anything right now. So I can't just cheat and be like, oh, I know that character's voice. I'm reading the text and kind of guessing on what I'm grabbing. Lots of 4 stars. Lots of non-guarantees. Very nice. This is a lot better than... I'd say it's better than my first part roll. I say that, but I only got 2 Lyra. Not that I was really planning on making like specific teams with her. There's another Osvi. Not the new one, but an Osvi. I still don't remember if I got Shakti or not. I have no idea. Here we go. Perhaps we... Okay. There's a Seer. I'm getting like lots of bonds of like... Or I say that. But I'm getting lots of bonds between like at least 2 characters on each banner. That's nice. Very, very nice. And this is the last roll. I'd be depressed if I haven't got a Shakti yet and I don't get her. I don't like rolling past guarantee even if it's double rates, because even if it is double rates, you can still get the characters outside the banner as that 4-star on the non-guaranteed 4-star rolls. So we'll see. I'll check the bonds later. And maybe maybe I'll have Shakti. I don't remember. Yep. Now we do. Yep, I didn't get her until just then, so that's cool. How many I'm gonna say I got 3 of her. It's not gonna be like me drastically miscounting Lyra. So it would say 2 bonds. Okay, so I got 2 Lyra. Okay. 2 Lyra, 3 Kaguya, 3 Seer, 4 Osvi, 2 Eyes, and then 1 Shakti. That's man, if I just had 1 more Kaguya, that would be really nice. So I could work with that. I can't work with this. And let's see, anything in the gift present box? Like how are they, I don't know how these Hestias are exactly working, guys. I have no idea. What are the other band? This is a lot. This is a lot. Paid, 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 paid. Okay, that's it. And remember, guys, you can vote on... Oh my god, I gotta move my dumb face. Here we go. You can vote on your favorite design, and then a new Bella Adventure unit will be based on the costume. That's really weird. It's like, we're gonna make a similar looking Belle. But I highly suggest you pick this one, because we never got the Children's Day, Children's Week and Children's Day event in the West, and it's not because of like censorship. They just never reran it in Japan, and we're like on the same timeline in Japan. So if they're not rerunning something, we're not gonna get like those old characters. So definitely vote for this. I can't believe this made it through. Vote for this spell, because we don't have anything like this. Absolutely, everything. Everything, guys. Vote for this one. Yep, everyone's doing that, because it's the one thing we do not have. Good job, guys. Anyway, I hope your rolls are as what you want them to be if you're aiming for a specific character. I hope that's where your bonds are going towards, how the gotcha gods are shining down upon you. Be careful if you plan on spending any money, because again, the world is not in a great situation for a lot of people to be spending a lot of money on a mobile game with RNG as its name. So be careful on that. Hope you enjoy Part 2 story. Maybe you're holding back and waiting for the voice to be implemented. Hopefully that comes sooner than later. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more danmachi content, go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and join my Discord. And remember, Sword Oratoria Volume 12 comes out next Tuesday, so a review and story discussion will be coming out for that over the course of that week. Maybe the discussion video will... It's a big book, and I don't have it yet, so it might take some time. It might not be like, oh, I'm gonna finish it in one day. It's huge. It's a big one. It's almost as big as Volume 14. And again, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, continue enjoying your time venturing Ario and the dungeon, and also, may you swear upon the sword and wings of justice. This is Lorne, your guild advisor, signing out. 鈍色の光照らす世界で今選